Hello friends. Friends, last week in our review, despite the fact that on the daily charts Nifty and Bank Nifty were negative, we had suggested not to go short on it. In fact, for the high risk traders, we had suggested that you could go long on Nifty at about 11,300. And the reason was also technical. If you look at the last few months, Nifty has been taking support the 20-day moving average and moving up from there. Luckily for us, this time also the market obliged us and Nifty took support, though at slightly lower levels, about 11,200, 250 levels, it took support and finally closed the week positive. Bank Nifty also had a similar chart. The daily charts were negative, but we observed that it's very close to its strong support area of 22,500, 22,000 range. And so we had said it's better to avoid any kind of trading in Bank Nifty. Luckily for us, both the things played out very well, and hopefully you would have made some profits from these views. SEBI yesterday came out with a new rule for multi-cap index funds. What is this rule? How will it impact your investments in mutual funds? How will it impact the markets? That's something we'll see in this video. As usual, we'll start with a quick review of what were the market drivers during the past week, what are the drivers for the market the next week, and then we'll analyze the daily charts, the weekly charts of both Nifty and Bank Nifty. This time we have a option strategy in Bank Nifty, and we talk about individual stock, the charts of which are showing a good momentum. So I hope you will enjoy this video. Let's watch it. So friends, let's have a quick review of the market action. The Nifty this week moved on a range of about 300 points between 11,190 and 11,490 and finally closed the week up about 1.1% at 11,464. The Bank Nifty was actually down this week. It was down 2.25%. Had a 1,000-point range, 22,100 and 23,100. Finally closed at roughly middle of the range at 22,480. Looking at the mid caps and small caps, they were both down, though not much. The mid cap was down about 0.72% and the small cap was down about 0.6%. What was good was that the VIX, which had spiked last week, calmed down this week and it was down about 6.5% to 20.71, which indicates that the violent movements that we saw 2 weeks back may not have come up again. Let's look at the market drivers. The major driver for the markets this week was unconfirmed news that Reliance was offering 40% stake of its retail arm, Reliance Retail, to Amazon for 1.5 lakh crores. This caused Reliance to move up by almost 7% in a single day. And when we say Reliance moving up 7%, the market cap of Reliance goes up by over 1 lakh crores in a single day. The AGR verdict had come, in which the Supreme Court had given 10 years for payment of the dues. Both Bharti and Idea have filed a review petition. Idea, which we were debating on whether it would survive or not, is now moving from survival to actually rebranding, and that adds competition to Bharti. So Idea this week was up, whereas Bharti was down this week. The ministry has announced that the scrappage policy for vehicles would be announced by this month end, which was positive for the auto sector. Happiest Mind IPO, which closed last week, was oversubscribed by a mind blogging 150 times, which means that there is a huge interest in terms of IPO, and right now the Root Telecom IPO is up. On the first day itself it was oversubscribed, so that market is now hyper active. There was positive news on the India-China border. Since the foreign ministers of both the countries met, they came with a 5-point de-escalation procedure. So the tensions come down, which the market reacted to mildly positively on Friday. The Supreme Court adjourned its hearing on the moratorium to 28th of September. So that will keep the Bank Nifty in leash till that time. The government announced that LIC stake sale, which was originally planned at 10%, could now be 25%, and that the retail investors and employees would get a discount of 5 and 10%. The global markets, as usual, will impact the Indian markets. We've been seeing that continuously over last many weeks. Unlock 4 is going on. The government announced about 80 trains would resume services, so things are normalizing pretty fast. Monsoon session of the Parliament kicks off from Monday onwards. It's going to be for 2 weeks, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day, including Saturday and Sundays. India's forex hit new highs of $545 billion, and that again is good news for the Indian economy. India's CPI data and WPI, that is the price indexes of both the price inflation, both retail and wholesale, would be released on the 14th of September. The US FOMC meeting happens on 16th September. It's widely expected that the interest rates would remain unchanged. What the market would look for is the commentary and the tone of the commentary. One very important development that happened on Friday is that SEBI has come out with a new rule for multi-cap funds. Now remember, multi-cap funds have about a 1.3 lakh crore worth of assets under management. The new mandate of SEBI says that multi-cap funds should have a minimum of 25% investments in mid-caps and small caps respectively. That is, they would have minimum 25% investment in small caps and 25% in mid-caps. Currently, it is only about 19% in mid-caps and only 8% in small caps. This rule kicks off from February 2021. So we have time, but then we could see a lot of action in the mid-cap and small cap space in the coming times. There was positive news for the insurance companies. IRDA, that is the Insurance Regulatory Authority, they have requested the government to reduce GST on insurance from 18% currently to 5%. If this proposal goes through, it will be very positive for the insurance companies. There is also talk about a new stimulus to be announced by the government that will be worth about 1.7 lakh crores. So this acts as a stimulus as well as attraction to the manufacturers to manufacture in India, the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative that the government has. The government would be possibly coming out with production-linked incentives to various sectors like automobiles, solar panels, appliance companies, specialized pharma companies, and textile companies. So all these, there are a lot of developments happening in the next few days and weeks, and all these will keep the market active. Now coming to the FII and DII action, foreign institutions, they sold shares worth a very minor 150 crores. In fact, till Thursday, there were sellers to the tune of almost 2000 crores. But on Friday, they turned net buyers, and for the week, the 2000 crore sale ended up at being just 150 crores. They purchased about 1700 odd crores on Friday. The Indian institutions, on the other hand, they remained sellers throughout the week, and for the week, they sold about 1500 crores worth of shares. So both were net sellers. FIIs very, very small, and DIIs significant amounts. Coming to the charts, this is the Nifty chart. What you can see is the Nifty opened almost flat as compared to the Friday's closing, and then the next day it had a negative bias, opened sharply down on Wednesday, but formed a green candle. On Thursday, due to the news of Reliance offer of 40% stake in retail to Amazon at 150,000 crores, that is 1.5 lakh crores, Reliance took the market up. And on Friday, despite the large movement we saw on Thursday, Friday the market still managed to maintain its bullish momentum. So what we can see is the market opened almost flat, remained negative till Wednesday, went up on Thursday sharply, and on Friday managed to keep the momentum. So the charts, if you see the charts, it's a higher high pattern here, and it's showing a positive bias. It's kind of taken support at the 20-day moving average, which we had pointed out in the last video. So we see the bullishness emerging, and possibly we could see the resumption of the uptrend. On the weekly charts, as you could see, there was no major follow-up. There was no major follow-up selling in the weekly charts. The market did make a weekly low. It went below last week's low, but then recovered on Thursday and Friday and closed almost at the weekly high. That is a very positive factor. The market has taken support at the 5-day moving average. So as you can see the candle, it has a very long lower shadow and closed at the weekly high, which generally would mean that the market is going to resume its bullishness. The Bank Nifty, on the other hand, gave a different picture. It underperformed Nifty. While Nifty closed positive, Bank Nifty closed negative. And the key reason for this is the uncertainty caused by the Supreme Court hearing on the moratorium. However, like we pointed out in the last video, there is a strong support at 22,000, 22,500 range. It has been taking support here, as you can see here. Now, if the Nifty turns bullish, Bank Nifty could try to catch up. We would suggest that if the Bank Nifty crosses 22,800, which is roughly the 20-day moving average, it could turn bullish, and there could be a buying opportunity there. On the weekly charts also, if you can see, it had formed a large bearish candle, and this week it is on a lower high, lower low pattern. However, it is very close to its 20-week moving average, also very close to support levels. We must remember that Nifty from its recent high is almost down 3,000 points, which is a very, very sharp correction, and it's very close to the support levels. It could move up higher from here. So to summarize, our outlook for the week would be that, like we had said last week, Nifty, a lot of times in the previous charts, if you look at it, it has taken support at 20-day moving averages or the 5-week moving averages. This time also it took support there and is now showing a bullish bias. Last time we had cautioned against going short in Nifty, and in fact said that you could possibly, the high risk traders could go long at 11,300. Those who did go long can continue to hold their longs. If the Nifty moves above 11,500, it could touch 11,650 and then try and reach the previous high of 11,790 that we had seen. On this downside, it has the first support at 11,350 and then a major support at 11,200. Bank Nifty, it continues to be uncertain due to the Supreme Court hearing on the bank moratorium, which is now for 28th September. Technically, it is negative. The charts are negative technically, but it is pretty close to major support levels and has seen a very sharp correction from its highs. High risk traders can be bullish about 22,800. It could move up maybe even 1,000 points, and it has very strong support at 22,000, 22,500 range. Now let's look at what the option strategy could be this week. Since we consider bank to be a relatively safer bet than Bank Nifty, we are this time suggesting a butterfly, a bullish butterfly in Bank Nifty options. So the strategy would be you buy one lot of 22,700 call, sell two lots of 23,000 call, and then again buy one lot of 23,100. The maximum profit that you can earn here will be about 5,565 per lot if it expires at 23,000. But however, even if it goes much higher, you would still make a profit of 3,000 rupees. Your maximum loss is capped at 1,935 rupees. So the risk reward, if you see, it's about 1:2.5. However, we would suggest that you keep a stop loss instead of losing the entire 2,000 rupee. It would be ideal that you keep a stop loss at 50% of your maximum loss, which works out to about 1,000 rupees. So if you see a loss of 1,000 rupees, you could possibly book your losses. but chances are you could be making much higher amounts here. Coming to charts, individual stocks, one share we have liked quite a bit is Dabur. If you see the Dabur charts, it's broken out. It's showing a crossover on the 5, 13 and 21 day charts. It's got a huge green candle. It's just broken just about a day back. In fact, only today on Friday it's shown a crossover. Both on the charts, on the daily charts, MACD is also positive. The RSI at 61 is turned bullish. So all the three factors seem to indicate that we could have a strong up move here. Keep your stop loss at 495 rupees on a closing basis, and the target could be 530 to 550 rupees. If the markets are bullish, 550 is a distinct possibility. So friends, this is it from me. We have analyzed the daily charts, the weekly charts. We've looked at a option strategy, and we've looked at an individual stock. I hope these videos are very useful for you, and you are able to profit from these videos. Please do keep liking the video, and please do let me have your comments on the videos. Thank you so much.